holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touch.
Ready. Blue 32. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Solomon, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 68 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Ready? Man, I got you. Fight, 97. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So pretty good opening. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They run a draw here on second down. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
That would... The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Solomon, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play, because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throw left side complete. That's Hale. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again. So hold it. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Boy, we've seen a lot of... The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And off the crossbar, no good. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there. The Colts send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll try and throw for it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the 1st down here, but hold on, as there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Colts will go on offense here first. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here comes the Texans now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Ultra. Ready, go.
Up the middle they go. Solomon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tapped.
And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better, because they had 2 previous.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now it's caught. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball position?
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Solomon. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Completes it to Hearns. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Solomon, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Solomon, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for...
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, Black 40.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Second and 1. Hearns brings it in. And they will get another first down here up near midfield. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready, Black 95.
Come on, let's go. Whip.
Strike.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Right back to him on first down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready, set.
Here we go. Tight end right.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
It's just me and you.
Fight 60. Ready, go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Solomon, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Ready. Hey, go Fury. Ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Solomon, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for Houston, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.